Welcome back to the high school game night halftime show. I'm Catherine Clark. Several teams with a lot of success early in the season, and that means some standout superstars on the gridiron. So let's bring in our high school football correspondent, Jeff Reinhart of PennLive.com, to dive a little bit deeper into which players are off to a fast start. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Catherine. Good to be back.
Okay, Jeff, Calico is the reigning Section 2 champ, so we'll start with them. Their ground game absolutely dominated Spencer Moser, a big reason why. Fill us in on what he's done so far this season.
Okay, Spencer Moser, everybody knows this kid, four-year starter now for Calico. Don't forget he played quarterback as a freshman all those years ago. He's off to an unbelievable start, and what I like about his numbers so far is they're not overusing him. He's only rushed 11 times in 2 games, but he has 170 yards. That's 15 yards per carry. Wow. Over 100 yards in week 1 in a big win over Daniel Boone. Last week against Reading, he only touched the ball 3 times out of the backfield, but for 52 yards and 2 more scores. And he also caught a 70-yard touchdown pass from Jet Janis. So excellent start for Spencer Moser. Not a surprise. Kind of figured he'd be poised for a big senior season. And boy, if he hasn't gotten off to a great start. So expecting big things from him. Should be a 1,000-yard rusher till it's all over. And just an excellent career here for Spencer Moser. And it looks like he's going to cap it in a big way. Very, very, very fast start for him.
All right, now to Section 3, where the Garden Spot Spartans stand out above the rest. Their quarterback, Mitch Martin, a beast at the position. They've scored 75 points in 2 games, so clearly he's doing something right.
Absolutely. Mitch Martin, fabulous sophomore breakout season last fall. He was the Section 3 first-team quarterback, and he's been great here early on. 19 completions already for 560 yards and 8 touchdowns. So the 8 touchdowns are number 2 in the LL. Mark Piles from Lebanon has 9. He had 6 last week in their win over Northern Lebanon. The 560 yards, as mentioned, that's number 1 in the LL. And at Penn Live this year, we're combining our stats between Mid-Penn and LL. And right now, Mitch Martin is the number 1 ranked quarterback among those 2 leagues. So that's really saying something. Great start from Mitch. I like his dual threat ability. Can pull it, keep it on the ground, and get yards. And he's been really good through the air. He's only completing a tick over 50% here right now, but he's been really good throwing the ball. 8 touchdowns, nearly 600 yards in 2 weeks. And Garden Spot, here they are, 2-0, going for 3-0. We'll see if they can go 10-0 again. If they do, a lot of that will be due to Mitch Martin. Great start from Mitch.
All right, and finally, so many weapons for the Calico Eagles. Let's focus on another. QB Jet Janis. He's having a nice start to the season, and it's going a little unnoticed.
Well, Spencer Moser grabs a lot of headlines because he's off to a good start, but so's Mr. Janis. He's been great. Lined up, wide out slot in the backfield the last couple of years. He's the quarterback now, full-time. He's only completed 5 passes, that's it, but for 132 yards. So when he goes up top, he goes up top. 1 touchdown pass. He hit Moser last week for 70 yards. Janis is getting it done on the ground. 147 yards rushing, 4 touchdown keepers. Really good veer quarterback. Knows when to pitch it, knows when to keep it. And like I said, only 5 touchdowns, but he goes deep for those completions and, through the air. So also has a pick from a safety spot, a pick 6. Took it back over 40 yards for a touchdown. So a lot of damage between Jet Janis and Spencer Moser here so far. And no surprise that Calico's 2-0, and that has a lot to do with those 2 guys.
Well, thank you, Jeff, for joining us again this week. We'll see you again next Friday. And by the way, nice job on the perfect week in your football picks.
18-0. How about that?
All right, and don't forget to check out Jeff's work at PennLive.com for all the latest on high school athletes throughout the LL League. Coming up next Friday on BRC 11's featured game, we begin section play across the LL League as Elizabethtown visits Mannheim Central. It'll be a good test for the Barons as they try to recapture the Section 2 crown. You can see it all live right here on BRC 11 in HD. Our coverage begins next Friday at 7 o'clock. And that'll do it for the halftime show. Thanks for watching. Just a reminder, High School Game Night's post-game show airs tonight at 10:30 with Brian Cass and Chad Landers. But for now, we'll send you back to War Memorial Field for second half action between Warwick and Ephrata. Enjoy.